Hello, hello. I'm so happy to be back to practice. Almost on time, 9:06. I had to do a little computer stuff because my technological devices didn't remember all my settings. So I had to go reset everything. But I'm so happy to be here and to be with Guanyin practice again. There, that's better. The video was cutting off Guanyin's head. And I'm just back from 2 months of travel. I was gone, and some of you who are on my social media with me saw that I had, you know, um, journeys through Turkey, through Greece, Crete, then to England, and now I am finally home. And I'm so happy to be back here, sitting cross legged on the floor in front of my shrine and ready to do this practice with you. It is. Um, Really wonderful to be home. And it was wonderful to go and see all of the historic sites associated with my various devotions. I was very grateful to be there, but I'm very grateful to be home now. So let's get into it. We are in just at the very end of the month of Santa Muerte in the Mount Shasta Goddess Temple. So November is our month for Santa Muerte. Santa Muerte isn't specifically a goddess. She's a folk saint in Mexico, but she has her roots in different folkloric characters and goddesses. Among them, La Parca from the Spaniards who came and brought their Grim Reaperess figure, as well as Mictacatzihuatl, who was the Aztec goddess of rebirth. She gathers the bones of the dead, carries them through the underworld, and then brings them back to the surface of the earth so that souls can be reborn in new bodies. And so, um, when we honor Santa Muerte, we're honoring this composite figure who nonetheless has her entire own character. And some people find this idea of working with death, dying, and the dead a little bit scary. Some people feel a little nervous around that. It's natural to feel a little nervousness around it. Um, None of us loves the idea of death, and all of us have our own stories of loss and grief. So when we are confronted with the spirit of death, it might make us a little bit nervous or might make us a little uncomfortable. And if we feel that way, it's okay. But at the same time, when we make friends with the spirit of death, then when our time comes, or when the time comes of those we love, we are able to meet death with greater equanimity. So when we are honoring Santa Muerte, we are making friends with death. We are making friends with the knowledge that an end will come for us all. And in making friends with the knowledge that the end will come, we can make friends with accepting our own mortality, and it will make it a little bit less scary. Further, if we make friends with Santa Muerte, if we make friends with the knowing of mortality, then we can actually create greater holiness and sanctity around death rather than doing what so many in our modern world do, which is to avoid it or pretend it isn't happening or pretend like it's no big deal. It is a big deal and it does happen. So let's make friends with it. So, to that end, I'm going to sing my devotional hymn for Santa Muerte. And some of you who have done this practice with me in the past might remember it. Madre mía, Santa Muerte, ante las dificultades de la vida, ayúdame. En mis desaciertos, ilumíname. En mis soledades, acompáñeme. En las horas difíciles, fortaléceme. En más tentaciones, defiéndeme. En las peñas y tristezas, consuélame. Con tu inmenso poder, protégeme. Con tu infinito amor, ámame. Con tu gran bondad, mírame. Con tu mano providente, guíame. Así sea por siempre. Amen. And let's pull a card for today to give us a little message. And I'm just pulling from the oracle that's nearest to me, which is the Priestess of Light Oracle. I have a Santa Muerte deck, but it's at her other shrine at the shop. And so this is just a general deck that will shed a little illumination on our day today. Clarity, planning and releasing illusions. Oh, I see you guys. I've missed you. Natalie says good afternoon. I see Brandy and Vicky and Christy, and I saw Shelby before and Sadie. I missed you. I really, really have missed everybody, and I'm super glad to be back. Okay, let's find out about this card. Clarity. The Eagle Priestess heralds a time of productivity and clarity for you. This card is telling you to sharpen your focus on your own goals right now. You have the vision. Now make your plans and set them in motion. Think of how the eagle's lofty perspective allows it to see far off prey and to adjust its actions, anticipating changes before they arise. Real plans, not just fantasies, are called for, so get clear about your goals and what it will take to achieve them. This newfound clarity requires you to release any present or past illusions that you've been holding on to. These may be false assumptions about situations or people in your environment, so be honest with yourself about others' intentions and about your own plans and their potential outcomes. Illusions also sometimes encompass deeper aspects of yourself. Even if you think you no longer carry old hurts or misinformation, you may be subtly influenced by fears or limitations that you've unwittingly accepted as truth. The eagle calls you to look deep within and to reclaim your inner strength. As you do so, your true power becomes more clearly directed and your creativity starts to take shape. The vibrant golden color surrounding the eagle signifies greater mental activity and brightness of mind. Great value is coming to your life. Don't be surprised to find the time before you opening up with new ideas, accuracy, inspiration, and even prosperity. It's time to get clear about who you are, what you want, and how you're going to get there. This card is telling you plan, prepare, and prosper. And the affirmation for this card: I release illusion and confusion. I think clearly. I focus on my plans and I let my life shine. Very powerful card for us today. I feel like it's definitely a personally relevant message, but it's really collectively relevant as well. We're in Sagittarius season. Sagittarius is a sign of big, bold action, a sign of really manifesting your dreams, and our return to practice, at least for me, is very, very centering and clarifying. But I think even more than that, there's another layer to it, which is that, I think all of us can feel that our world is changing. The world that we knew, whether we're 50 years old or 5 years old or 75 years old, the world that we've known so far no longer exists the way it used to. Things are very different than they used to be. And for me, going places in the world and seeing all of the changes that have happened in those places, seeing all of the shifts that are happening, it really like locks it in. It really nails it home, um, when I'm able to see it like that, where it's not just what's happening here and in my own life or in this little community of Dunsmuir. It's the changes that are happening broadly everywhere, all over the world, in big cities, in small towns, in different people's lives. Major changes are happening. We can either find a way to navigate those changes, or we're going to be left behind by them. And when we feel left behind by the changing of the world, the risk is that we will develop a bitterness about us. We don't need to have that bitterness about what was. We don't need to have a bitterness about the fact that things are both better and worse. There will be aspects of the world that's coming into focus that are better, and there will be aspects that are worse. If we get ourselves tangled up in the desire for it to be only better, or if we get ourselves tangled up in the criticism and thinking it's only worse, we're going to miss the opportunity for clarity. Our card today. Oh, thank you so much, Shaylee. Thank you. It's good to see you, Theodora. I missed you too. And I'm glad that you needed to hear that. I need to hear it as well. It's so easy to get locked into our perceptions. We might meet someone, think one thing, think something different, and then it comes back around. We have to allow that we are moving through the shimmering, rippling landscape of appearances, and things are not always as they seem. And sometimes that means that things are not as they seem in terms of you might meet someone and you think you can trust them and you can't. But also, you might meet someone and you think you can't trust them and you can. Allowing for the shimmering, rippling landscape of appearances to yield exactly the lessons that we need in the now, and letting it go literally at night when you go to sleep. Deprogram whatever I found out, learned, thought, assumed, presumed, or pre predicted today. I release it now into the field of oneness light, and it will reemerge tomorrow in a new form. And when it reemerges in the new form, I won't resent that the form is now different. Maybe this is a message for me because I'm a Taurus and I get really like my thoughts get really precious to me. And I have to learn that they're not that precious. I have to relearn this again and again through my whole life, again and again. So, today, our message, clarity. We are allowed, we are allowed to let go of any preconceived notions we've had about ourselves. Here's, I see Kismet is here. Hi, sister. I miss you so much. And Kismet is a great example. I won't, it's not my story to tell, but I have walked with Kismet right up to death's door and then walked her back. And she's alive and thriving, and she's a goddess on earth. It isn't always as we think it will be in the moment. Things change. We change. and we're allowed to change. So today, let's open with with sagacity, which the root of the word sagacity is the same as the root of the word Sagittarius. We're going to open with Sagittarian sagacity today to clarity that whatever was may change, and whatever is to come is our birthright, and we are allowed to have it, whatever it is. And Molly over here on YouTube is singing your praises, Kismet. She says, Hail Duat Kanit Kismet Bast. And Natalie says, missed you too. Prayer and good vibes for my brother and in-laws who have COVID. Yeah, that's one delusion I wish would disappear. I wish the collective illusion of COVID, not that it is real, it's happening. But what I mean is the collective fever dream of COVID that we've been living under. I wish a miraculous end for that. It would take a lot of pressure off a lot of people. And in the meantime, Natalie, we're praying for your in laws and your brother. Today, we're going to be directing our prayers to, of course, those who are grieving the terrible loss of life that happened in Colorado Springs, all life lost due to hate-based violence. We're also holding space for a sister who lost a beloved family pet this week and is really sad about it, really struggling with it. It's really hard to have that happen. And for anyone who's lost a family member in or around this time, that makes the holidays that we're entering now into this season a little harder to bear. So, holding all of that in our practice today. So, let's get into it. I woke up early, like really early, like jet lag early this morning at like 2:30. And so I've been awake for a long time already, but I practiced. I was nervous. I was like, it's been a while. And what if I forget something? So I got up and I practiced. I practiced practice this morning. It is like one long practice. So, but that said, I do have a little cheat sheet here just in case something flies out of my mind, because right now I'm feeling happy to see you all and happy that we're here together. So, if I forget, forgive me. I'll be back on it right away. And we're going to practice today, tomorrow for Thanksgiving, American Thanksgiving, and we're also going to practice on Friday. And then we're back on our regular schedule. So let's dive in with 3 prostrations before the shrine. Oh, I'm so excited. And let's take refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention. a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And we're holding once again all of those who are grieving the loss of life in Colorado Springs, all those who have been victims of hate based violence. And we're holding also our sister who lost her beloved family pet, and anyone else who has suffered a recent loss or is at the anniversary of a loss that makes the holidays a little bit difficult. And let's recite the four immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering to Guan Shi Yin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence, and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. 108 recitations of Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, calling out to Guan Yin, asking her to arise within our hearts. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa. Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Namo Guan Shi Yin Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. 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 And let's do our brief practice to Yeshit Sogyal. Ying Shikdaki Somo Kachansa, Disum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sangso Dupo Dechen Sogyal Mar Solwa Debso Chukdun Nudrup So. Mother of space, foremost of Dakinis, Lady Karchansa, gatherer of the vast secret treasury of Padmakara, knower of all past, present, and future, Mother Tsogil, great bliss queen, to you we pray. Grant us cities, ordinary and supreme. Ying Shitaki Somo Karchanza, Dusum Kunchempe Majunyeki, Sangso Dupo Dechin So Gyalmar, So Wadeb So Chukdu Nudrup So. 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, sending out the benefit of our practice to all who need it. Oh, and it's nice to see you too, Astrid and Lex. Hi. Hello, how are you? And hello, Shima. Nice to see you. And Jennifer and Cherry and Annie. Welcome. All right, we're getting into it. 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy, healthy, productive lives and great support for their good works. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lamadachan Yeshwangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of Supreme Bliss, Yeshwangmo, be utterly stable, and may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings so that they blossom in radiant splendor. And let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guanxian Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guanyin, a bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. Oh, I've missed this a lot. I'll be back tomorrow, sending you all a lot of love and gratitude for being here with me today. And I hope that this day brings great clarity for us.